Well, you have to make adjustments. You try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
They've got Stauskas. Nerlens Noel is out there with Okafor. Then there's Ezail Iverson. And it's Marshall in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Wirtz, picked by Randall. And the rejection by Noel. Iverson outside. Out to the right wing. And here's Stauskas from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered how would he bounce back from that knee. And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Robert Covington's checked in for the 76ers. Isaiah Cannon comes in for Kendall Marshall. Here's Wirtz. He has 5. World peace. And the Lakers with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 5. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Cannon kicks to Okafor. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebound the Lakers.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Noel following the bucket by the Lakers. Okafor, the pass to Iverson, and the layup's good off the glass. Iverson's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Picked by Randall. Kicks to world peace. Lots of room. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Here's Cannon. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Okafor, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for Hibbert. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 7 points, over 2.5 blocks, and 6 rebounds. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
The 76ers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Black's checked in for the Lakers. There's the screen. Picked by Randall. Up off the screen. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Black. Pass to Iverson. To the left side wing. Okafor inside, working on Black. Another miss by Philadelphia. Lakers trail by 3. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the miss by Julius Randle. Pass to Cannon. He feeds it to Okafor. 4 on the clock. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from world peace.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Screen by Young. There's the pick. Here's Wirtz. 7 points in the game. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Covington.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense. And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And so here is Philadelphia. 3-point lead. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Down low. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Kobe. He has 5. Black, and it's blocked. Screened by Boozer. Feeds to Roten. Passes to Grant. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boozer. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kobe.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Sacre comes in for Tariq Black, and it's Brown in for Meta World Peace. The 76ers leading by 5. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brown's got his first bucket of the night. To the paint, here's Boozer. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason. And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Now, here's Clarkson. Over in the corner, Brown. Here's Bass. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim. And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Dishes to Marshall. Here's Roten. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Roten's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. Clarkson kicks to Kobe. He dishes it to Clarkson. But he stays with it. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Kobe dishes to Clarkson. Bass with the screen. Shoots from 14. Can't hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with the broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Now the feed to Stauskas. He kicks it to Roten. He tries for 3. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Now the dish to Clarkson. Back to Bryant. Lets it go with a 3. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. 76ers lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. And Roy, what do you think the team needs to do coming up in the second half?
I think we need to take care of the ball on the offensive end, get back, but just got to do a better job of just controlling the pace of the game. You know, you give a little bit of leeway, but I think we can do a better job in that aspect.
Roy, as always, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they were really in attack mode. The most telling stat is how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hand and get those elbows dirty. You know I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows, Ernie.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third